Dear learners, this is Shashi Ramachandran. Here I am with my new video on rectification of errors. This topic is from Accountancy Class 11. In this video, we are going to learn about different types of errors and its effect on the trial balance. Now, in the accounting process, the financial transactions which are identified are recorded in the books of original entry, that is subsidiary book or journal. From there, the entries are posted into the ledger. So ledger gives has a different account, and these accounts gives us a balance of each and every account. These balances are further written in a trial balance. This statement again tallies because of the correct posting into the ledger. That means it is important for an accountant that the balance of trial balance should tally. So normally a tallied trial balance means that both debits and the credit entries have been made correctly for each transaction. So trial balance agree when the recording has taken place properly, ledger posting has been done correctly, and there is no such error. Now, let's understand this entire process with the help of one transaction also. So as I said, the identified transactions, financial transactions are recorded first into the journal, then from there it is posted into ledger, and then we make a trial balance to see whether all these posting has been done properly or not. So let's take an example of a transaction, cash sales. So cash sales are recorded in journal as cash account debit to sales account. This is further posted into the ledger in two different account, that is cash account and a sales account. So cash has a debit balance, here we can see sales has a credit balance. And then this in the statement of trial balance we write it these accounts with the balances. So we can see here the amount is same. So the total is same, that means the trial balance agree. However, the agreement of the trial balance is not absolute proof of accuracy of accounting records. There can be errors which affect the equality of debits and credits, and there can be errors which do not affect the equality of debits and credit. So error can be occurred in the recording in the journal, that while recording, or it can be some mistake can occur while posting it into the ledger. So accounting error may or may not affect your trial balance. So let's take which type of errors which do not affect the trial balance and the types of errors which affect the trial balance. So the errors are classified into four categories: errors of omission, errors of principle, errors of commission, and compensating errors. So all these errors are like there are some errors in this which affect your trial balance and which do not affect your trial balance. But remember, all these errors are to be rectified. So let's take it one by one with examples. Errors of omission, as the name says, omission, the something is omitted to be recorded, the transaction is omitted to be recorded, or like the posting is omitted. That means it can be a complete omission or a partial omission. So errors, I've taken a same example here, and error to explain this error of omission. So error of omission, as I said, the error omission, sorry, the transaction is omitted to be recorded in the journal. Okay, so let's see what happened if we have recorded, if we have omitted to record this transaction into the journal. So if the transaction is not recorded, it will not be posted in ledger, and so as it will not be shown in the trial balance. So what do you think? The trial balance agree? Whether the trial balance is same, that amount of the total is same? Yes, the total is same. So we can say the recording of transaction when something, the transaction has not been entered into the recorded into the journal. So in this case also the trial balance agree. So these type of error we cannot identify with the help of trial balance. It cannot be located with the help of trial balance. Let's see another example of the same type of error, that is error of omission. Now you can see here the transaction is recorded correctly into the journal, but while posting it is missed out to be posted in cash account. So what will be the effect on the trial balance? Yes, the trial balance shows nil for the cash account and there is amount on the credit side. So now you can see here the trial balance total. So this is an error which you can say the trial balance total is not equal. So it will not agree. So when we post it into the ledger, when the omission takes place at the time of posting the transaction into the ledger, this is a one-sided error or the trial balance will not agree. Only here the mistake occurred. Moving ahead with the next error, type of error, that is errors of principle. Now accounting principles. If accounting there is a like error in the accounting principle, or we can say that error which actually violate the fundamental rules or the principles of accounting. So this is one type. Here we have can see here one transaction, rent paid. So rent paid correctly. When we pay a rent is an expense. This has to be debited. But by mistake, this has been debited to landlord's account. So if you remember the accounting, what it says that a person's name will be entered only if the firm owes to the person or the person owes to the firm. Here it's a cash transaction. So cash transaction, the person's name should not come. It should be expenses which is to be debited. So if you have here the mistake occurred and the landlord is debited, so of course even in the ledger posting there will be a mistake here. Instead of rent, it is posted into landlord account. Let's see the effect on the trial balance. So trial balance, the only thing is that instead of rent there is a landlord's account, but the amount on the debit and credit is correctly entered. So whether the trial balance agree? Yes, we can see that the trial balance total is same. So it will agree. So error of principle, where there is a violation of any fundamental rules or accounting. In such cases, the trial balance will agree, but some error occurred and you have to rectify it accordingly. So we can see here while recording the transaction, either we have taken we have violated the fundamental rules, okay, or like some accounting principles, or this can be the incorrect classification of the expenditure, the capital expenditure taken as a revenue expenditures. So let's take another example stating the same. The transaction says wages paid for installation of new machinery. So new machinery installation, it should be debited to machinery account. But by mistake, it is debited to wages account. Same thing while posting. We instead of machinery, it is posted to wages. But yes, it is posted on the correct side. So even in the trial balance, only thing is name of the account is changed, but debit and credit sides are equal. So trial balance agree. So what we have seen, errors of principle, it's an error related to the fundamental rules of accounting. The error in the principles of accounting, but here the trial balance agree. Moving ahead to the third category, that is error of commission. Now error of commission again has different types of error. Now while balancing the accounts, if that totaling, there is a mistake in the totals, or there is a mistake in while balancing the account, or the account is posted a different, the wrong account is posted into different ledger or a wrong account, then that is error of commission. So let's understand with this also with an example. So error which are committed due to wrong posting, wrong totaling, wrong balancing, wrong carry forward, that is what called as error of commission. Now the journal, there is a journal cash paid to Raju and the recording also has taken place correctly. Raju debit to cash account. So it has to be posted into Raju, but oh, what happened? Instead of Raju, it's posted in Ramu's account and the cash is posted correctly. So the mistake is here. So let's see what will be the effect on the trial balance. Trial balance, debit and credit side, it is posted correctly, but the point here is only the account name is different. So our purpose of trial balance, the purpose of trial balance to see whether it's tally or not. Yes, it tallies, but there is an error. While posting, the error occurred. Okay, so trial balance will agree, and again such type of errors cannot be located with the help of trial balance. Okay, let's understand this with another example. Now I'm taking a subsidiary book to make you understand correctly that how subsidiary books are further posted into ledger and what happen if there is a mistake in the subsidiary book. So you can see here a purchase book wherein you have different dates, supplier's name and the details of what is bought on credit. So lastly, what we have done, the purchase book is closed by writing it purchase account debit. So here there are three suppliers. So we are going to make account of three suppliers and these suppliers are to be credited. On the credit side, we are going to write the amount. Then comes a purchase account. This is also one of the account which we are going to make, and in a purchase account, basically what we write the total. So you can see here in all these account we are posting this amount, but in the purchase account we are posting only the total of the purchase book. Purchase of the book is total. So once only we posted, all the credit purchases are posted once only as a total. So now what happened if this total is wrong? Okay, but before that we'll understand how it is going to affect our trial balance. So let's see this thing, how it is posted into the, how it is written in the trial balance. So you can see trial balance, all the suppliers amount is written on the credit and debit the purchases, it tallies. So it agrees. So as I said, what happened if the trial balance total is wrong? So totaling wrong, under casting of purchase book. Casting means total here, under casting. So here the total comes to 75,600, and if it is wrongly totaled and it is total short by 600 rupees. So how many accounts and where and all it is going to affect? Let's check out. Since we have seen that in all the suppliers account we are writing this amount which is written in front of their amount, so it will not affect any of the suppliers account, yes, but it affects the purchases account, and so as it affects your trial balance, so as the trial balance total. So we can see here if there is an undercasting of the purchase book, that means the mistake is in this account, undercasting totaling, which is entered into the purchase account. Purchases account is debit. So it will affect your trial balance in this way. Debit amount will change, debit totals will change. So trial balance will not agree. Then comes compensating error. So compensating errors, as the name says, that it compensate one error compensating the other error, and the effect is nullify. There is no effect, like one error is compensating the other error and the effect is like there is no effect at all. Let's see, there is two books I have shown you here, purchase book and a purchase written book. If you remember, purchase book has a debit balance and purchase written has a credit balance. Now, there's an undercasting of a purchase book. So, purchase book is say undercasted with 5,000 rupees, and the purchase written book is also undercasted with 5,000 rupees. So, if you say the amount is written less in both the books. Now, how you are going to rectify this? Of course, if the total is wrong, we are going to add debit on the debit 5,000, as well as we are going to take credit side also 5,000, because here this is 5,000 is less in on the debit side. Here we can say 5,000 is less on the credit. So what exactly should be happen? Like it should be added to both these accounts. Okay, so here what will be the total? Same. So again, here the errors occurred in two different books, but the error effect is such that the final effect is zero, or we can say it nullifies each other's, nullifies the effect of the trial balance total. So here the trial balance will agree. Surely we have to rectify these errors, but how it is going to affect our trial balance? It will not, it will agree, it will not make any changes in the trial balance total. So if I take one more example wherein a change the book is purchase book and a sales written book. Now purchase book has a debit balance, sales written also has a debit balance. Both have got a debit balance. Now it's a undercasting of purchase book and overcasting of a sales book. So here undercasting 5,000 and overcasting of 5,000. That means the purchase book is written less, total less by 5,000, and the sales book is total more by 5,000. So it is overcasted, this is undercasted. Now for rectifying this thing, if I add 5,000 on the debit side and if I deduct 5,000 on the debit side, why? Because it's already in excess. So both the effect I'm going to take it on the debit side, but this I'm going to add because it is already less. So I have to add and make it correct, and this I have to deduct from the debit side because it's in excess. So the final effect will be on the debit side, and of course the total will be same. So this also agree my trial balance. So compensating error here means like two different accounts. Again, the errors are there in two different accounts, but in one account, but the error effect nullifies each other, like it compensate each other and the final effect is nullified. So these were our account. Now from the point of view of the rectification, if I say errors which do not affect the trial balance, if you see, the trial balance will not be affected, that means trial balance will agree, it will agree. So these are two-sided error. And two-sided error, why we call it as two-sided? Because again there are mistake or error in two different account. Therefore our trial balance agreed, one side on the debit, so then other side on the credit. Therefore our trial balance agrees, and if it agrees, now how to rectify such error? We have to pass a journal entry because we have two account where, and easily we can pass a journal entries. For entries we need debit side and the credit side to rectify them. But again, if from the point of rectification, if the effect is on the errors which affect the trial balance, that means if the trial balance is affected, it's not agree, it doesn't agree, then in that case the error is only on the one side of the account, any one account. So this is going to be rectified with the help of suspense account, which is a temporary account opened for this purpose only. So I hope you understood the topic well. So you can go through the recap section. Hope you like this video. Share this video with your friends and do subscribe to my channel Exuberant Learners. Also click on the bell icon to get the latest video updates on my channel. Thank you.